Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to Russology, here in the dork room once again, showing off the pearly whites. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit of tannage going on over here, huh? Anyway, I wanted to talk about Captain America Civil War some more. I cannot get enough of this damn movie, which is, I guess, another reason why we're here in the dork room. Quite a number of you requested that I do these Russology videos in here, and then quite a few of you also don't care either way, but why not? We're talking about Civil War. Bring it back into the dork room, man. Okay, so I'm talking about this movie because I cannot stop thinking about this goddamn movie. I can't stop thinking about it. I have watched every single review. I have been non-stop. I really think I've seen all the reviews. I mean, as far as the YouTubers I know, there's like a few big YouTubers that... There's even some YouTubers that I'm not subscribed to where I've watched their reviews. Like, really. I have seen Jeremy John's review. I saw Black Nerd Comedy's review. I saw Sean Long's review. I saw John 3.0's review. I saw my review. I saw... I saw Screen Team talking about the Spider-Man suit in the movie. I mean, I'm literally like just looking. Oh, I watched freaking Kevin Smith and Mark Bernard's hour-and-a-half video of them talking about Captain America Civil War while I was doing my Ant-Man review. I have been just going nuts thinking about this movie. I can't stop thinking of the movie. I absolutely love it. There's just so many things about it that just made me so happy. My wife and I just keep talking about it now. I've only seen the movie twice. To my surprise, I've only seen it twice. I feel like I've watched it 6 times just because I've been talking about it so much and I've been watching all these reviews. I just find it extremely joyous just to see all these videos of people just freaking out. Now, not everybody loves the movie the same way. I think everybody, though, agrees that it's cool. But John 3.0, he actually made the best point, I think, that anybody else made on the negative side of this movie. And spoilers, by the way. I mean, come on. By now, what? We're after the second weekend, right? When did the movie come out? It came out, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we're done with the second weekend of the movie. And he made the point that the Accords wouldn't have done anything. Like, really, if they signed the Accords and Captain America and the Avengers, wanted to go do something, and the government said, no, you can't go do that. You can only do these missions that we have right here. Would they really, listen? Would they really do what the government says? Would the government really be able to stop them from doing what they wanted or not doing what they didn't want to do? And I thought that was a really good point. I thought that was really smart. However, I do think that if they did go down that path, then you're leading into a whole separate thing of the Avengers kind of falling out of the hero category, because now it's going to make them seem a lot more rogue if they're fighting the government, and if they're fighting, if they're fighting American, like Captain America fighting American soldiers, like how would that work, right? That would be so bizarre. So, which is kind of what we saw, right? Didn't we kind of saw that go down? Well, no, in the comic book it did. But anyway, I can understand why they wanted to avoid that conflict from happening. I mean, or else you deter the whole Civil War thing from ever existing. So they had to have that happen in order for us to have the Civil War movie. But I thought that was a very fair point. And regardless, he enjoyed the movie. The fact is, though, is that the vast majority of geeks out there are losing their shit over this movie, and I am one of them. There are so many, and there's just so much shit to talk about that I just wanted to do this video talking about the movie some more. One thing I started talking to my wife about the other day was how awesome Falcon was. I mean, there's so much cool shit going on throughout. I mean, for the most part, when I think about the movie, I'm like, holy shit, Giant Man, holy shit, Spidey. But Falcon was so cool. I mean, really, there was just a lot of cool stuff going on for everybody, but Falcon was amazing. I really liked Falcon a lot in this movie. I thought he leveled up nicely, and I think that, having the wings cover him up for shielding and everything, and having Red Wing and all that, I just thought he was really incredible throughout the movie. I saw a Vision. Wasn't this the best phasing Vision that we ever saw? I mean, we didn't see a ton of Vision in this movie. I mean, We saw a good fair amount, though, really. I mean, but wasn't Vision, like, the phasing effect was a lot better in this movie than it was in the last movie, you know? And then I saw earlier today, Black Nerd Comedy did a video talking about the Black Panther movie and how Feige announced that there's going to be, the cast will be 90% black. And how awesome that is, you know? And like, Black Nerd's just like, oh, this is great, you know, this is awesome for the African American community. I think this is awesome for the United States of America. I think this is awesome for everybody, because this is something where, you know, and I know not everybody likes the racist shit, but there's like a lot of racist shit going on. I mean, really, dude, I've seen a lot of videos of people getting shot in the street by cops, and a lot of people reacting, saying that it's, you know, it's racism. And there's a lot of people believe that. Me personally, I don't think the cops shooting, you know, innocent civilians in the street is totally racist. I don't really think that's the problem. I think it's just bad people with badges, and I think the system's in a kind of need of realignment. You know what I mean? But I personally don't think that, you know, all the cops in those videos are necessarily racist, but I will say some of them very much. I mean, the one with the little girl, dude, that was kind of messed up. Anyway, I don't want to go off into that. I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, if you think they're racist, you're wrong. I'm just saying that I don't think all of them are, because, like, there's videos of, like, this white girl just, her face getting slammed into the pavement. I saw a video of this old white guy, hands up like this, boom, getting shot right into the side. So white people are getting shot too. Hispanic people are really getting shot too, man. Like, that's, oh man, so sad. But anyway, with that going on and the whole people going nuts over the whole Trump thing, which is bad for, I think, everybody. You know, like I said, I tell you, I'd talk about politics a little bit on this Russology YouTube channel. But with the Trump stuff and the shootings, people are feeling like this country's going off the deep end into the racist realm, and I can't totally disagree with that, but I will say that having a black superhero with a 9% black cast is a win. I totally think that's a win. We live in a very diverse country, and even though black people don't consist of the majority of all those different races. I mean, I think we only have like 13% African Americans. I think there's a lot more Latinos in this country, which is going to get me going on to the subject of the lack of Latino superheroes, which pisses me the fuck off, because there's not one cool Latino superhero, man. Well, we got Sunspot. I mean, for the villains, we got Bane, but then they made him a white guy in the movie. Like, who do we have, bro? Who do we have? Huh? Primos, dígame, ¿qué tenemos? Mi español está mierda, pero dígame, por favor. Alright, that's all Spanish I'm going to speak right there. Hey, you got a little bit of Spanish, alright? So anyway, pissed off about no real Latino superheroes. I even told Stan Lee, and he said, I'm gonna make one. It's gonna a new Latino superhero, because I mentioned the Condor to him and how I thought that was great. He's like, oh, you like that? And I was like, what is that? And he's like, I'm gonna make a new one. You know, it's yeah, whatever, Stan. But thank you though, nicely done on your part. Anyway, I digest. The thing is that I feel like we're moving into an awesome direction with the new Black Panther movie. I like that we got a lot of black superheroes in this Civil War movie. It wasn't just any cliches or stereotypes or anything like that. You got three dudes. You got War Machine, you got Falcon, and you got, holy shit, I forgot, and Black Panther. So the three of them are very different from each other. They're really, I mean, like Anthony Mackie's, Sam Wilson and Rhodey are totally different characters, man. They really are. And it's kind of funny because they could easily fall into being the same character, right? Both of them military, both of them vets, right? And both of them, you know, definitely on the assist for either Iron Man or Captain America. But the way they play those characters, the way they are, you can definitely tell, like, War Machine is a lot more reserved type of guy, and Falcon's just way more out there and a little bit, you know, a little bit more fun. You know what I mean? So I really like how they handled the characters. They could have screwed it up and pissed off a lot of people, but they didn't. They pulled it off flawlessly. The other thing I can't stop thinking about is Spider-Man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and the Giant Man too. I mean, the lines are. I just keep cracking up thinking about, like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to take this into the shop. Yeah, this is good. You're gonna need to get this fixed. Like, what's that voice? Where's that voice coming from? It's your conscience. Oh, I thought that was great. Or the you know, the one-liners are just endless. Spider-Man. What I really like is how they handled Spider-Man in that one part where Tony's gonna go tell May, you know, and he goes, psh, "Don't tell May," and the look on his face, on Tom Holland's face, like he was pissed, and I love that about Spider-Man, that Spidey has a temper, because it lets you know that, hey, we all can't be perfect, you know what I mean? I have a temper on me. I know, hey, you're gonna be lying to me if you're telling me you never got a temper, right? You never got pissed off. I mean, of course, some people have stronger tempers than others, but I'm just saying that it's very cool that we see that look in his eye, like, don't you, like he was really ready to fight him right there. Like, he webbed that thing up. He's like, I swear to God, if you fucking tell her, like, this is gonna get ugly, you know? And he was dead serious. His voice, I thought his voice was great. He sounded like he was from New York. Not that I know everything about New York, but I've been there enough to know if he sounds like he's from New York or not. And I know he's not, but he sounded like it. You know, the Marissa Tomei thing, I'm getting over it a little bit more and more. I think it kind of makes a little bit more sense. So with him being a lot younger, you know, you gotta give us a younger Marissa Tomei. Plus, you gotta give us an actress that's supposed to last for a while too, right? You want her to be around 10 years from now. I mean, I would like to see a Spider-Man movie with Tom. Oh my God, dude, a Tom Holland Spider-Man 10 years from now. I mean, can you imagine how long they can go with this? That we're starting Spidey 6 months after his origin. And you get to start thinking about all kinds of shit. This means that we're going back to Ditko days. That means we're going to get the build-up to Mary Jane, man! Yes, we're going to get the build-up to Mary Jane. It's going to be awesome. We're going to get Betty Brant. We're going to get Liz Allen. We're going to get Stacy in there. We're going to get Flash Thompson. I mean, we're going to get that early crew and everything. We're going to get that big build-up to Mary Jane. I'm very excited for that. That's going to be a big thing happening in the future. I cannot wait for that. Hopefully they do that. I mean, I really trust that they will. But the whole build-up to Mary Jane, I thought was such a smart move for the writers from Marvel way back then to do that. The way they did it too was just so good. So there's just so many things I'm stuck thinking about. And the way the other movies are going to interplay with this and everything. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. I cannot wait for that. There are just too many things to talk about with this movie, and I just wanted to talk about it some more. And just let you guys know how passionate I've been about this movie and how happy it has made me, I guess, and just hoping that it's done the same for you. It's just super fun talking about it. I love, and not only do I love talking about it, but I love hearing other people talk about it, because there's such an overwhelming umbrella of joy that this is captured over everybody. I mean, it's really, really cool. So please leave a comment below. Let me know any other thoughts that you have about the movie. I love reading comments about it. It was just so damn good. Oh man, it was great. I love Baron Zemo. I thought Baron Zemo was cool. Wasn't sad at all that he didn't have the stupid sock on. You know, that didn't, even the look in his eyes. He had this squinty eyes, and in my mind I was like, ooh, those are the eyes of Baron Zemo. I guess just from like cartoons and comics and stuff like that, because his eye slits are kind of small and skinny, and just the fact that the actor kind of had like squintier sized eyes, I was like, it just made me think, oh yeah, those are the eyes of Baron Zemo. I buy it, totally in, got it. You know, and there's, you know, and you know, the whole thing with him not being in Age of Ultron, I saw somebody post about that. That doesn't really bother me. Yeah, it would have been a little bit tighter, but that still doesn't bother me. They have to write the story, and I'm expecting more of that type of stuff in the future. You just got to bear with it, because you have different writers. Joss Whedon wrote Age of Ultron. The screenwriters for this movie did not write Age of Ultron, so you have to have some, a little bit of retconning, switching around, maybe fix that, change this around. The guys who did this movie, the guys who wrote Captain America Civil War did not write Iron Man 3. So they had to kind of retcon that whole thing with the suits. Well, they didn't retcon the thing with the suits, but what was the other thing? They had to, the relationship with Pepper Potts and everything. Like, they kind of just, I don't know, said that they're broken up now. So that, it's like, oh, what? That's not how Iron Man 3 ended. That's not what we heard last in Age of Ultron. We just heard that she was just busy. We didn't know that they're breaking up. But, you'd have to assume some stuff is going to happen behind the scenes. I would like to see another Iron Man movie. I'm curious to see if we can get another Iron Man movie. But they have so much work ahead of them. And I don't know how many phases they're going to go through. I thought it was going to be 3 phases. But I think they could just keep going, man. Like, it could really just keep... Like, push, please, feel free. They pushed Inhumans back. Please, feel free to push Infinity War back, man. Go for it. Push it back. Like, say you pushed it back a whole other year, and then now you gave us an Iron Man 4, and then we got a Hulk movie, or a Black Widow movie instead for that other year. So, please, and it'll give the Russo brothers even more time to put some serious work into it, because we let those fuckers do their shit, man. They're just going nuts. Same thing with the writers, too. I'm just telling you, man, I don't know what it is. I love the first Avengers movie, and this is comparable to the feeling it gave me seeing the Hulk smash the city, seeing all the Avengers on screen together. This hits that same, it's at that same level, and I feel like this could have been better. This is almost better than the Avengers movie to me in a way, but I don't know. I don't want to say that yet. I still want to give it some more time, but damn, it was fucking awesome. Black Widow was fucking amazing. The women were great. I just realized this talking about it, but Iron Man has had the worst luck with women. First off, he's got the breakup with Pepper Potts. Fucking Sharon Carter betrays him, giving all the fucking weapons back to Captain America and Falcon. And then Black Widow betrays him. That's hella funny. I didn't think about that. But, who really won Civil War for the Cap side was the women. The women actually did that. The women were the heroes. I don't know if Marvel intentionally did that or not, but that kind of... Is that, like, supposed to make up for the outcry of Black Widow calling herself a monster or whatever in Age of Ultron, which I thought was ridiculous. People got upset about that. That was just how she felt about herself. You know what I mean? I don't know. I thought that was... I thought people were a little sensitive on that. You know what I mean? But I thought that was cool. Like, Cap's side wouldn't have won if it wasn't for the women. Really. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So a lot of stuff to think about. People didn't like that Hawkeye who was just thrown in. I don't give a fuck. I thought Hawkeye was good. Hawkeye felt like he had a responsibility, and they actually touched on that with some verbiage. He actually said it out loud that he had a responsibility, especially with Scarlet Witch and everything. So I thought it was going to be pretty obvious, like, that he was going to jump in and that he was going to be on Cap's side. Again, Hawkeye, Joss Whedon writing the Hawkeye thing with him going into retirement and having kids, which I wasn't necessarily a big fan of. I didn't like that Hawkeye had kids. I felt like Hawkeye's not the type that's going to stay at home and raise a family and stuff, especially not at this part in his life. I mean, come on, man. Like, if you read the Fraction books, like, dude, like, that guy is nothing like the Hawkeye that they wrote in Age of Ultron, or Whedon wrote in Age of Ultron. Totally different. So, anyway, that's that. Like I said, I can go on and on and on forever. I think I touched on the points that I've been wanting to talk about for the last couple of weeks, because it has been 2 weeks, and I've just been thinking about this movie hardcore, man. All right, let me know what you guys thought about the movie once again. Please share your thoughts on some thoughts that you may have had that you may not have thought about. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!